Essentially, we could go to here and then turn around and go back. According to that map. Where's it at? There it is. Ooh, there's some iron. You know what? Let's ignore that. Just get the iron. MMOs are not designed to be challenge games. If you're looking for a challenge game, you should stick to Dark Souls or Souls-like experiences. Every live service MMO game like this, or WoW Retail, Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars Republic, Guild Wars 2, Lost Ark, all of the MMOs are designed to be as accessible as possible to the vast majority of players. Therefore, they are always going to be easy mode, because that's how you appeal to a mass audience. You're never going to find that. You're asking for an impossibility. There is no such thing as an MMO that has difficult solo play. It doesn't exist. At least not in the modern generation. Go play EverQuest 1. There you go. Go play P99. You want difficulty and challenge in an MMO? Go play EverQuest 1 P99. You'll have all the challenge you want. Yeah, go play Valheim solo. Yep, you could also play Enshrouded. Enshrouded has a phenomenal single-player challenge-based, because you can adjust the difficulty rating as you see fit. It's pretty awesome, actually. I love Enshrouded. Yeah, classic World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore is also challenging. Correct. Yeah, it's sounds to me like you're bitching just to bitch. Alright, we're heading towards that. I need to go north. Swistifer says if you want challenge, Warframe is challenging to figure out. You're not wrong. Lotro also has adjustable difficulty these days. Correct. It has the landscape mode that you can adjust now. So if you want to have a challenging time in Lord of the Rings Online, you can go play that game and crank the difficulty all the way up with the landscape difficulty mode. But the base experience is not meant to be challenging in any modern MMO. They actually want an audience. That's the key. The amount of people who want challenge in their games is a very, very tiny subset. Most people just want to log on and relax and chill, hang out with friends and family. And yes, I can say that with authority. I have launched an MMORPG. I have founded 2 game studios. Metagetta says, if you want an additional challenge, be a guild master in a big raid. Yep. Go herd people. That's always fun. And deal with all the egos and I don't miss that shit at all. Try the worm in New World solo. Designed for 20 players, that might be a challenge. Yep. Ooh, 96 logging. We're getting there. We're almost to 100 in logging. I don't know that I want to jump down there, because I'm not going to be able to get to the fort that way. Matter of fact, I might be at the northern end of this loop. Go up around this edge. Ha! Lou says, little known fact, Renfail is a combination of both Chris Benson and Mike Morhaime. I'm just here as a tourist, so I'll be here for the DLC, and then I'll be off to other things. So I anticipate we'll get, maybe a couple weeks. I'm not sure how long the DLC will be, but it comes out on the 13th. So I anticipate that throughout the month of October I'll be playing New World, but once we're done with the DLC, I'll be off to other things. But it's nice to be back for a period of time. Just two men with huge axes staring at each other as we chop down trees. Oh, we're getting there. $98 logging. Ah, we're almost there. All right, I'm gonna run up around the corner. Oh, I think there's some ore up top here. Seven. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of iron right here. If you wanted to try Lord of the Rings Online, it is a very good game. It is obviously dated, so it's something to keep in mind when you play. I've been playing that game on and off since launch. Phenomenal title. But yes, it's definitely looks and feels its age. Star Wars: The Old Republic is also another phenomenal online live service game that features an adjustable difficulty. The solo experience is for the story, but you can also do the veteran dungeons with other players, or you can attempt to do them on your own. Both of those are a little dated. You have to play them with mouse and keyboard. There's no controller support. I think we're about to the northern end of this tip. Let's get all these trees. Oh, one more point. One more point. We'll get 100 in logging. And then I only have mining left to get up to over 100. And then I begin the grind to 200 across all of my primary harvesting skills. The goal is to see, I don't know what I can get to, but I was told today, I think Transcend says we need 250 for the new zone. So I gotta try to get to 250. Nice, Gray. I wonder if they've got that in the second game. I don't remember that from the first game. Simplified controls for the minigame stuff. Do I ever get game fatigue? Not really. I mean, last month I think I talked about this there's a member video for channel members on YouTube where I talked a little bit about September. I did feel a little stretched thin, but that was because I had so many projects. But that's just natural when you have a lot going on. I think the added, it's not necessarily stress, but like we're taking care of our grandniece Monday through Friday. So I don't have the abundance of free time that I normally do because we have a 3-year-old child in our house. And while Chris does the bulk of that, I am doing what I can to help out. So I obviously take her to school in the mornings. So we've adjusted our schedule. If you notice, I made an adjustment to the stream schedule last month. I'm no longer streaming 8-hour sessions in the morning. I'm now streaming 4 or 5 hours in the morning, and then I take a break and I come back and I do what we're doing right now, which is the second stream in the afternoons. And that is literally because of the adjustment Chris and I have made to take care of our grandniece Monday through Friday when she's going to school. So because of that, and there's logging 100. All right, now I just need mining. Because of that, I think September I felt a little stretched thin. Because I think we played 9, if not 10 new games in the month of September, including I think 3 or 4 AAA games where I was given keys from the companies. So I felt, I have an obligation to play those games because I was given the keys. So you make hay while the sun shines. It's a blessing to be able to do this for a living, so I am never going to look that gift horse in the mouth and bitch about, oh, I'm too tired, there's too many video games, oh my god. I have the best job in the fucking world. Like, I also did a big sponsorship. Like, we just did Title Rush, that was a sponsored game last month. We did a sponsored co-stream with Funcom. So in terms of where the brand is, September was one of our biggest months of the year in terms of sponsorships and free keys and things we're doing with AAA and indie companies. This month is also a big month. We have 4 major titles releasing this month. I'm also playing Titan Quest 2 on a key from THQ Nordic. I got like 3 different emails negotiating potential sponsorships. So, in terms of where I am as a brand, it's a fucking great place to be. But yeah, I mean, it's like any other job. When you're putting in 12-hour days, you're gonna feel it. I mean, I just took my first weekend off in like, I can't tell you how long, 10 years. Last weekend, I took 2 days off. I haven't taken days off in forever, and the reason I took 2 days off was because my eyes were tired. I'm like literally sitting here doing, I've been doing 12 to 14-hour days in front of a computer since 2008. Between the travel blog, the game dev, all the other stuff I've done, and then this. So, I'm getting older as well, so it was like I definitely needed some time off. And it was glorious to take 2 days off and just relax. Limited screen time. Lots of food and sleep. Correct, I don't have a boss, it's just me, myself, and I, and... I only play this game casual, Nailbomb, so... You just asked, is this good for casual play or not? It's 100. I only play this game casual. Like, there is no other way for me to play this game. Alright, I'm gonna put a pin in that, and we are gonna meander our way in that direction and continue our harvest circuit. Big thing is, I need to get my mining to 100 now.
Your arrogance will be your end.
Who is yelling at me? I don't know who you are.
Join us or be drained of life.
I don't want to be drained of life. Leave me alone. No, I don't take... Well, that's a good question, but I'll tell you what. Do I ever think I'll take a long vacation someday? No. And there's a very simple reason for that. My day job for a long time was a travel blogger. And so Chris and I got to travel the world being paid to travel. And I literally, if you go look me up, go to my LinkedIn page, go to my old travel blog, go to my old Instagram, go to my old stuff. I was a content creator and influencer at the very tippy top of the travel industry, being flown around the world with my wife to stay at 5-star resorts and eat at 5-star places and 3-star Michelin restaurants that have a year-long waiting list. I was at the tippy top. I worked in that industry for about a decade as a travel writer, travel photographer, travel videographer, and a content creator and influencer, and a public speaker in the travel space, as well as a marketing consultant. I created influencer campaigns for some of the DMOs. We worked with some massive, massive brands like Backroads Travel out of California. I wrote a big white paper for those guys on how to work with influencers, and I helped create their influencer program. I've done a lot of, I did a lot of work in the travel industry. So for me, I've pretty much been to all the places I wanted to see in terms of bucket list. Chris would still like to go to Japan and Egypt. So I think at some point, it's not going to be anytime soon because we bought the homestead 4 years ago. We've been, actually, I think more like 5 years ago, I think we bought the homestead. We've been here at the homestead for almost 4 years. So we bought it 5 years ago. We have like 30 ducks, 6 cats. Like we can't, and a whole bunch of chickens. Like we can't just pick up and go anymore, and that's fine because we did all of our traveling in our 30s. So for us, we're very content where we are right now in life, which is not going anywhere. We don't feel the need to go anywhere. I know, Gay. Old man bragging again. So yeah, I don't have any desire to like do travel anymore. Like maybe in 10 years, we'll see. But like literally right now, we're in the process of buying investment properties. So it's like and farming. So it's kind of like I do this to make money, and the money that I make from this pays our bills, and what I get extra literally goes into the savings account, and we're just like we literally Chris and her sisters went and looked at properties last week, and we're supposed to go maybe again tomorrow to look at some more properties, and we are going to be looking at buying some additional stuff for investment, and it's just that's where we're at with our life. P.S. I document all that stuff over on the Homestead channel for those of you who are interested. I've actually got to do an update video because our primary mama duck lost one of her eyes. So I gotta do an update on that. Yeah, I don't know anything about Bloodlines, so I never played the first game, so I'm going in completely blind, and I'm literally just going to be looking at... When I start the character creator and I go through the clans, I'm going to be like, okay, that looks cool. Yeah, it's expensive. Even where we live, housing can be expensive. We're actually, we're buying raw land, is what we're looking at buying right now, which is significantly cheaper. But we're not buying it to develop it, we're buying it just to sit on it. So it's like we have cash on hand, and rather than the cash just sitting here not doing anything, we're going to just put it in a property, and at the very least it'll earn about, 6 to 10% a year, and just forget about it. You buy it and forget about it. 10 years later, you say, do I want to sell it? Do I want to build on it? What do I want to do with it? I mean, literally that's where we're at in life right now, is just squaring up our pension. Lord knows I ain't going to rely on the government to do it for me. No, I can't give you tips on buying a home. I saved up and bought mine with cash money. Okay, I can't give you a tip. Here's what I did. Since 2008, in 2007, I sold my tools, sold my truck, shut down my construction company, fired my 2 employees, sold everything I had, and I left the United States to travel full-time. And starting in 2008, and this is something I used to speak on at my public speaking events, when I used to do consultations on brand building. My strategy from the time I was 28 years old onwards was living in developing countries in the major cities where you have access to healthcare, airports, and high-speed internet. Rent fully furnished apartments for $500, $600 a month, and work online, making $3,000 to $4,000 a month of revenue at a minimum, and then saving my money outside of what I needed for travel. So you make, whatever, 40, 50 grand a year on a good year, 30 grand on a bad year, but your cost of living is $8,000 for the whole year. So after you pay taxes, you've got a nice chunk of spare change left over to do something with, and over time that accumulates. That was literally my strategy for years. Now, it's not feasible for everybody because some people have spouses, children, but yeah, way too many people think that they have to like stay where they were born or they have to stay in their home country. No, there are many, 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 many countries around the world that allow you to go on a passport, and you could stay for 3 to 6 months. If you thought that this game was more of a dungeon raid type game and someone told you it was a dead game, then you listened to the wrong people, Z or Zai or however you pronounce your name. This game can be whatever you want it to be. I treat it like a single player casual crafting harvesting game, and I get hundreds of hours of entertainment out of it. How do I drop that? I did not mean to drop the wood. How do I drop that? Alright, there we go. I don't need the stone. I don't play the dungeons in New World. I have played them in the past. I think they are great fun for the people who like that kind of content. I can't be bothered. And I won't do them with randos. Like, I will only do dungeons with people I know. So, yeah, that's a... The dungeons are exceptionally well done in this game. So if you like dungeon content, go for it. But yeah, I would highly recommend only doing the dungeons with people you know, because otherwise people just want to rush. And believe me, you don't want to rush the dungeons. They are really cool. They have awesome lore. They have great quests, phenomenal storylines, great puzzles. Yeah, that's why I don't recommend doing it with randos. But I will also say, by the way, in terms of the financial stuff earlier I was talking about, I will also credit my wife, because Chris is extremely frugal when it comes to saving money, and so that has definitely helped to have a partner who doesn't, I think way too many people get caught up with partners who want them to spend money to show appreciation. And my wife has always been very much about, hey, no, we're not buying. We're gonna fix the old stuff. We're not buying new. We're gonna save. Man, how am I getting down there? I guess we just go down and around. I kind of want to get over to that ridge line over there. Dude, that is a long fall. Let's risk it. Ah! Oh, I missed! Fuck. Alright, well, I guess we're going down. Bow rapier, musket rapier. I mean, the ice gauntlet and rapier is what I did when the game launched. It's also a great combo. I do love the rapier as a primary weapon. I did the musket this last time, and then I think by the time I got to max level, I switched over because I found a really good bow, which was better than a musket, so I switched over. Is there a healer type build? Yep. It is the... Shit, I gotta remember now. Life Staff. Life Staff is the healer build. So if you want to do heals and stuff, you go with the Life Staff weapon. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff in here related to like healing. This whole line right here is related to the heals. And because you can switch between two weapon types or two builds for your character, one of the things you can do is you can have a heal. You can have a life staff as one of your weapons, and then your other weapon can be a DPS weapon. Or if you wanted to make, this is a very unique game in the way that they do it. So, for example, if you wanted to make a paladin, you would go sword and shield, perhaps, with life staff. And so your primary would be sword and shield, and you're being a tank, very tanky, and then you need to heal. You switch your weapons, you do your heals, then you go back to your sword and shield, right? Or you could go Great Axe, or Warhammer, or Great Sword, or Flail and Shield with the Life Staff as a backup, and then you switch between the two. And it's literally a button press. Rapier, bow. Rapier, bow, excuse me. So yeah, lots of ways to do. Yeah, there's new dungeon types coming with the new expansion. I've already designed games and published games, Champion of Light, so I've kind of already, that's another bucket list thing that I've already done. I founded a game studio that launched a MMORPG, and then after that, I went off and did a tabletop RPG with my brother and my wife. That was the most recent project we worked on, which we finished about 2 years ago, I think. I don't know that I'll ever do another game. We might. My brother and I have sort of had some conversations about maybe doing another game down the road. I think if I ever did another game, I would probably do a... You know, I don't know. It kind of just changes. I really like the idea of a party-based, you know, like Pathfinder, Rogue Trader, Baldur's Gate 3 style game. But, you know, game dev's a pain in the ass. It's unfortunately really hard and not as rewarding as other things in life. And it requires a shitload of money and time. And at the end of the day, you're never going to please everybody. Is that? That is iron. It's hard to tell at night. $91 mining. Oh my god, mining takes forever. I feel like mining is the slowest out of all these harvesting skills, even because, like, boulders take forever. Excuse me. Oh, that's exactly why I don't criticize games, champ. That's why every time we have a discussion, I am not on the side of the consumer. I am always on the side of the developer. 100%. I will never, ever, ever be on the side of the whiny little bitches from Reddit who complain about stupid things when it comes to games. The game costs too much money. Why didn't the developer do this? Why didn't the developer do that? They're lazy. They're robbing me. They're charging too much. This developer sucks because they didn't do exactly what I wanted. Oh, they nerfed my thing. Oh, QQ. I don't like the changes. No. Because I know what goes into making games and the thousands of man hours that go into creating things. The art team creating the assets, the sound design team creating the sound effects, the engineering team putting together all the backbone for the networking, all of the asset creation for rocks and trees and bushes, and the design around the harvesting systems and the crafting systems and the faction systems and the questing systems and the narration and the writing teams, the VFX and the animation teams, the direction for voice acting, the hundreds to thousands of actors and people who work on these projects. And then you have some pissy little Asmongold style streamer who will sit there and like make stupid bitchy commentary. No, I will never ever ever be on the side of the whiny entitlement gamers. Never. We're getting there. We're at 90, almost at 92 mining. Ah, man, I'm gonna have to like drop a bunch of stuff again. Do I really need... I'm probably gonna have to go back and just drop this stuff off in the chests, to be honest with you. Because I'm already close to getting over encumbered again. $92 mining. I didn't see any. Somebody asked me about them earlier and I didn't have any. Unless there was something in here that I missed. But I don't mind. I get to be live for a few hours while I do my harvesting. And that's how I make a living. Alright, we just need to push ahead because there's a bunch of rocks ahead of us. Alright, I just need to stop harvesting trees. Let's just focus on getting some more boulders. Any iron ore, I see. The Nighthaven DLC is not, it doesn't have a cost. It's included if you own a New World Aeternum. I don't believe it's being sold as a thing. At least that's not my understanding of it. My understanding, based on the press release, was that it is included if you own New World Aeternum. I don't believe it has a cost associated with it. $93. We're gonna get it. I'm not logging off until I get 100 mining. Grind, 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 grind. That's right. Ricochet mining sound. It's one of the best things in the game, apart from like the musket crack. Are you really chasing after me, you stupid? I'm encumbered again. I could probably drop the green wood also. Should be able to get up here and find some more iron, perhaps. I have no idea what the golden coconuts are. I haven't played this game in a year, so I have no frame of reference. I mean, if you have time to burn, when was the last time you played Moorblade? New World Aeternum, from start to finish, is about 100 hours for the main storyline, and then there's about another 100 hours of side content. So, if you've got a couple hundred hours to spare, plus they're just adding a brand new content drop that's coming... What, in 10 days? So... if you've played as recently as 7 months ago, there have been no new story updates that I'm aware of within the last 7 months. find any in there. Go up through here and see what we can find. Ooh, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get up there. Oh, I might be able to do it right here. Booyah. Oh, come on now. Get up! There's nothing up here. Keep meandering our way down. I mean, I suppose I just keep finding more boulders if I can't find any iron. Here we go. Piss off, you little wee fucker. That's my iron. Alright, I'm overburdened again. I'm gonna have to probably recall back and like drop off everything I've picked up just so that I can keep going. I keep getting overburdened. I only need a few more points, man! Try not to recall back to town until I get to 100 mining, but Jiminy Christmas, it's taking forever. Looks like just go this way. Correct, there's going to be a big content update on the 6th from the New World team. We will be covering that video and reacting to it when it goes live, so you should all stay tuned for sure. Man, one thing I would love this game to add is, like, torches! I need something to see at night without having to, like, crank my brightness up. That's correct. Buying games is not playing games. Like, there's some people have a, like, there's a Steam sale and they'll be like, I'm gonna buy all the things, and then they never play the things. It's like, That's one thing I am very good at, is I don't buy things unless I know I'm going to play them. And there's only been a couple of times where I've purchased a game that I didn't finish. It's very rare. In all my years of gaming, I think there's less than 5 games that I have just not finished. And I think almost all of those have happened within the last like 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Mr. Puppy Dog, there's a bunch of boulders here. About to hit 95. Okay, that's a milestone. I'll take it. I think what I'm gonna do here, if I don't see anything immediately here, we're gonna recall back so I can drop off everything I have. Take a bio break and then come back and keep on going because I gotta get my mining to 100 tonight. That is the objective. I also need to check in with Chris and make sure that she's all good on her end because it is Saturday night and I don't know if she's wanting to finish a movie because we started watching Fantastic Four. It's only 5 o'clock, so we should still be good on time. I think she's cooking something. I don't know. I heard the blender going off earlier. Oh, there's something. Oh, hello. You might be worth a few points here. Let's see. Oh, something. I don't know what that is. Man, I can't tell you how happy I am to play a game that doesn't have, like, degradation on my gear. Go repair your stuff every 15 minutes. Because we want you to suffer. Oh, I don't know that I can harvest these, can I? I don't remember if these guys blow up or not. Drop anything cool that I can harvest from you? Oh, there's something right around here. Can't see where it is because it's dark. I think it's up top. There's some silver up there. Oh well. It's Saturday night and it's a good one. Oh, something up over here too. Oh, there we go. Some silver nodes. Oh my god, we're encumbered again. Alright, we're gonna ditch something and then we're going back to town and just dropping everything off. Alright, let's go back to my house, which is Windsward? Recall to house. She's actually doing a painting project that I forgot all about. She's got to do a school project for the great niece, so she's actually outside doing painting right now. I don't know that I have enough storage space in my chest, but we're going to stash what we can. I am full. I am gonna have to just harvest. I'm just gonna tear this, break this stuff down, I think. Let's start here. There. We'll come back to that in a bit. hang on. What was that? Haven't done silk yet. Oh, I'm 4 levels away. Getting there. Where's this? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I need a green wood for that. Let's see. I need to get that leveled up if I want to make more wood, because I have all of this wood that I can't do anything with because I gotta level this up. I need timber to be able to turn all that aged wood into lumber. Where's this stupid smelter? Here we go. Bunch of iron ingots. Just make a bunch of steel ingots. Make a bunch of silver ingots. Make a bunch of gold ingots. Some charcoal? Why not? We can burn up like half of this aged wood I've got. Let's do it. What's up, Transcend? Oh, you could do... Oh, it requires a wooden coin. That's interesting. Okay, that's done. Okay. Oh, that somehow got my mining to 100 as well? That was unexpected. Didn't realize. Oh, because I used those books. I had those research books. Sweet. So that means I have now officially gotten all of my... We're 100 on all of those now. Logging 102, mining 100, harvesting 108, tracking and skinning 126. Fishing is the only one I don't have up high. And honestly, I don't know that I give a shit about fishing at the moment. There may be a time when I give a shit about fishing, but it is not today. I need to make a bunch of lumber, essentially, is what it comes down to, if I want to make any more of these weapons. Yeah, so I need timber or lumber. So I need to buy a bunch of green wood. Alright, now we need to make a bunch of lumber. Okay. Now where was... Okay, that doesn't work. Hopefully I muted that, guys. I sneezed big time there. Alright, primary is lumber. Secondary can be steel. And leathers can be layered leather. And let's just make a shitload of these. Salvage all. Oh, I'm out of iron. What else can I make here? I don't care about those. Honing stones? Interesting. Okay, that's good enough for now. I would need some other goodies. Petrified wood versus... That gives me 10. Why not burn it up? Yeah, we just did a 2-hour harvesting run, Transcend. It did help with the. I got a good like. That's what we did for the last 2 hours. We're 2.5 hours in. I just literally did a huge iron circuit, but also got a whole bunch of wood and skinning. But mostly I was working on getting my mining to 100. So, which then in turn helped me level up some other stuff. Since now that we're back in town, I had to finally come back because I was just way overburdened. All right. I don't think we have anything else to make other than if I wanted to do some outfitting maybe. Potentially do some clothing maybe. Did I hit 100? I think I was already at 100 yesterday. All right. All right. Can I make anything else? Because I had a whole bunch of stuff here. Layered leather, a whole bunch of sateen, and a whole bunch of this. That only gets me 5? Oh my goodness.